Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics lipsticks. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Thank you. So how is everyone? I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I don't know where the fuck you're at, but outside it is so damn gorgeous. Like the first perfect day of the year, oh my god. And I am so damn tired, but I just took some pre-workout and I'm hoping that with the excitement of filming this will inspire me to go for a run later. Anyways, this is what I got right here. I have not opened this yet. It's still sealed. I'm not going to for a little bit because I do have a few little shits to say. And not that it really matters, but I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more luxurious. Like, I get I'm just gonna throw this away, so really who the fuck gives a shit? Anyways, it really doesn't matter, although with your first launch, it kind of does because you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And I'm so sorry this is such a terribly bitchy thing to say, but if you Googled the definition of shit show, this brand would probably come up. Oh god, honey. I don't care if you like or dislike Jaclyn, doesn't matter, I still feel bad. Like, I would not wish what's happening with all this shit on my worst enemy. However, all the shit that's happening with this could have easily been avoided, so my pity train, it only goes so far. That is a one-stop train ride right there. But anyways, I set the release date for these on my phone because I honestly was pretty excited-ish, and I really did want to check out quite a few of them. Like, I wanted some light ones, some medium, some deep ones, that way we would have a really good range and see the consistency. However, my phone's event didn't go off for some reason, and like 4 days after the launch, I remember these things existed, and I ordered whatever was left. I think I got maybe like 5 or 6. All I know is that I did get over $100 worth of these. I think most of them are like browns. There might be a few pinks in there. Either way, I did think the colors that I got were pretty. They just weren't what I would have chosen. And like pretty much anytime I do anything, I've not watched any reviews on this so far, and it has been so difficult not to. Oh my god. Like, I saw Christy from Raw Beauty Christy launched a video, and Jen from Jen Loves Reviews did a video, and it has been so difficult not to watch them. Like, literally, it has been pulling at my nips. Just pulling at me harder and harder, and I just want to watch them, but I'm gonna wait. I probably should watch them because it might give me a little bit of insight as to what to expect, but if you haven't seen those videos, they always put out the best content. Go check them out. Full disclosure though, based off of what I've seen on Twitter and Instaham, I'm probably gonna end up returning these. Like, at least 500 people now have told me not to use these on my skin or even breathe them in. I don't know if they're being dramatic, but just in case I went out and got a mask. Like, on Twitter, I was like, well, maybe we'll just do arm swatches, and people were like, no, don't even put them on your body. And I put some weird shit in and on my body, so I mean, how bad could this be? But still, I ain't gonna risk it for the biscuit. Like, for those of you who've been with me for a little while, I used to have a series called Fake Ass where I test fake makeup, and some of those lipsticks have made my lips go numb. I've had sores appear on my lips. I've had my lips peel like they were fucking sunburned. I've even had some product go in my mouth and create sores in there. And I had to stop that series because honestly, it was just too taxing on my body and not at all worth it. Like, bitch, this is just fucking makeup. I ain't gonna risk my lips falling off for this. So I'm not gonna do that again to myself, even if these look fine. I know that sounds super fucking dramatic, but these all did come from the same batch. And a lot of the lipsticks in that batch have like hair in them, pieces of glass or plastic, and some of the waxes have like solidified. And as terrible as this sounds, I'm kind of excited because it's like a little mystery box. Like, am I gonna get one that's fucked up or am I gonna get a normal one? And if I do have any colors that are similar in my own collection, I will be sure to let you know what they are. The majority of the lipsticks that I do have are liquid, but even so, I'll try to give you a dupe. Anyways, please feel free to skip ahead of this. But for this video, depending on how my lipsticks are, if they've got the little bumpies in them, I kind of want to look at them under what's called a dark field microscope. It's kind of like a normal microscope, just a little bit different and maybe a little bit more fancy. I think maybe it's a little bit more high tech. I don't fucking know. My mom has one. Both she and my stepdad are very into like cell structure and molecules. I don't think they know anything about like what we're dealing with. And once shit's under a microscope, I really don't either. But at least we can look at it because I'm pretty sure her microscope either hooks up to a camera or a screen so we can see it. Anyways, I myself have a pretty successful cosmetic company. I'm not putting out nearly as many units as Jaclyn, so please do not think I'm some expert on this. I do know a few things about a few things, but honestly, anything we do in this video, please, for fuck's sake, take it with a grain of salt. I am here solely for your entertainment. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a chemist, but I do love to explore some biology. I have formulated all of my own products so far, and so I am familiar with things, but by no means am I a pro at formulation, especially when it comes to things on a molecular level like what we're dealing with here. But at this point, if I don't cringe from secondhand embarrassment over this ordeal, I have to laugh. And I don't think my sphincter could take any more cringing. So we're going to approach this seriously, but not seriously. Again, even though mold and hair and fuzz in these lipsticks is a serious issue, this just has to be for fun because I can't be serious. If anything I say here offends you, truly, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just a sassy bitch. I'm not coming for Jaclyn. I don't even know the lady. Although I will say I did used to be a hardcore hardcore Jaclyn lover. But truthfully, a lot of the YouTubers that I really used to look up to kind of lost touch with reality and became very unrelatable to me. And even though I am a professional YouTuber and probably should keep up with the latest YouTubers, I honestly don't have time to just sit and watch something. If I had that kind of time, I'd probably be watching something a little bit more adult. So needless to say, I really don't know much about her anymore. I know she got a divorce, and now her cosmetic company is just called Jaclyn Cosmetics, which I'm very confused about because I thought her components said JH, which hasn't she been divorced for like 1 or 2 years? Does that mean she's had these components for that long? And if so, is it just the component that's old, or were they filled and now I have like a 2-year-old lipstick? That to me is very concerning. I mean, I'm sure I have lipsticks in my collection that are like 3 years old, but even if these are like 2 years old, I don't get why they would be fuzzy or anything. That to me is more like the component itself was dirty or the mold that they poured it into is dirty, which fuck that, ew. But I do also want to say, to me, this has absolutely nothing to do with Jaclyn. Even though she is the one who started the brand and is behind the brand, I don't know what to believe. And so because of that, it would kind of be inappropriate of me to speak ill of somebody when I wasn't even there, like experiencing this firsthand. There's just way too much unconfirmed drama with this. I am not a drama channel whatsoever. And so I do kind of want to approach this review as like a brand, although I will kind of have to bring her into the mix a few times, so I'll try my best. If we're being honest here, this is an amazing learning experience for anyone who's wanting to start a brand, whether it's in cosmetics, whether you're wanting to sell pickles or vibrators, it doesn't matter. The overall web of business ethics and tactics, it's pretty much the same. And as big of a shit show as this was, there's really something for everyone to learn here. I did just have to go and grab my fan. I'm so sorry if you can hear it, but I am hotter than a taint in Tasmania. I do have a little bit to say, but it shouldn't take too long. But the first lesson in this is don't sell something that literally every brand has 20 of. Don't get me wrong, for the last, what, like 4 years, I've been so excited about her launch, but I can't even tell you the basic bitch assery that this launch was. She had so much money to create something that we've never seen before. Like, even if it's still lipsticks, there's so many great ideas out there that haven't yet come to fruition, or even if they have, maybe things that just aren't so mainstream. Like, just the other day, for the first time ever, I saw a velvety, fuzzy bullet lipstick from Uma Beauty. Like, I have never seen anything like that, and it was so pretty. Like, people think that everything in the makeup world has been done, but there's so much room to explore. But instead, what do we get? Literally the most unoriginal, uninspired, beautifully packaged lipsticks that are pretty in shade, but are so dupeable. Like 10 years ago, when nude lipsticks were the thing, this would have been perfect. But when I saw these lipsticks, I was like, okay, so these are gonna be with like her eyeshadow palette or something that she'll come out with? But it was just a bunch of nude lipsticks. Which, even if you're just a slight makeup hoarder, you probably already have like 50 nudes. You can only have so many nudes. Unless they're being sent to me on Snapchat, then I mean, come on. Another very good lesson to be learned here is how to market yourself, which in this case is as luxurious. Anybody can say they're a luxury brand and have really pretty photoshopped, sparkly pictures, but there's different marketing techniques involved to actually make people believe that you're a luxury brand. One technique is limiting the number of products and shades that you put out in a collection. As much as I appreciate the extensive color choices that she gave, because there were so many to choose from, it actually kind of cheapened the collection. Rather than having like 10 somewhat universally flattering shades to choose from, there were so many of them, and it kind of made it feel like I was browsing ColourPop's website. And not that there's anything wrong with ColourPop lipsticks, I fucking love the shit out of them, but one is marketed as luxury and one isn't. And like I said, I really do appreciate inclusivity, especially when it comes to foundations or concealers. But with this, because there was so much, it just seemed cheap. There was no, I don't want to say exclusivity, but that's almost it. The whole point of luxury is that there's not a shit ton of it, so you feel really special with what you're getting. And I know I'm doing a totally shit job at explaining this, I'm sorry, but think of like Pat McGrath, some of the most luxurious lipsticks ever. They don't launch collections of like 20 or 30 shades because then it just feels like a drugstore and you may as well go get a $6 Maybelline lippy. You want a few unique shades with a bangin'-ass formula, and that is what's gonna give the essence of luxury. Like when you own one diamond, it's precious to you, you cherish it because it's a rarity. When you have 50 diamonds, though they're still expensive and probably beautiful, the overall grandeur of them just kind of diminishes or at least lessens. So those are just two little bits of advice that I'd like to share from a business aspect. And as sad as it is, I've also never seen a brand crumble so quickly as this. Unfortunately, this launch was almost instantaneously canceled. I don't necessarily blame it on her, I blame it on quality control, not having a third, fourth, fifth backup, just in case shit hit the fan, which it did. And so I guess if I were to offer advice regarding that, it would be to check quality control as if it were gonna save your life, because in this case, it probably would have saved her career. Not that her career is over, but she is a part of her brand, and I have no idea how they're gonna recover from this one. I'm sure they will, but holy shit. And speaking of quality control, I kind of want to just briefly mention the certification that these have. I haven't yet looked at these, but I'm pretty sure these are labeled as being EU certified, which basically just means they're they're certified for resale in Europe, and Europe has way more restrictions than the US does. And where I'm very confused is how these passed the inspections to become certified. Maybe I'm wrong in thinking that these are certified and she just has who her EU representative is printed on the label, but from the pictures that I've seen of these online, there's absolutely no way that these could pass certification. Like with my cosmetics, I have no idea how they are for lipsticks, but with like my eyeshadow palette and my highlighters, I have to send everything to a lab for a 3-month bacterial test, and these bitches slice and dice your shit like you're getting circumcised. Like, these hoes go through some rigorous testing to determine shelf life, stability, and just make sure they're up to code. It could be that the lab was sent perfect ones for testing, but I've heard of more people having fucked up lipsticks than normal lipsticks. And I think she said, what, like only 0.5% of the lipsticks are affected? Which, if she had like 1 million units, that's 5,000 fucking lipsticks. 10 or 15 fucked up ones, yeah, that's okay because shit happens. But fuck my nostrils, that's a lot of messed up lipsticks. I don't know how many she launched, I doubt it was 1 million. And I know that 0.5% really doesn't sound like that much, but if 0.5% of your fucking house was knocked down, you'd notice. Honestly, any percentage isn't good, even if it's a fraction of 1%. Anyways, I am very over talking about these. Let's go ahead and open this up. Ready? It's got a nice little pull tab. Come on, you bitch. Okay, so I ordered Decaf Iced Mocha, Control Freak Smoky Plum, Ambition Chocolate Truffle, Sophia Dusty Rose, Gossip Toffee, and Independent Praline. And I don't know if they printed this before or after the refund kerfuffle, but it does say on here you have up to 30 days for a refund, which when it comes to a privately owned company, I do have to give props for that because there's some big ass companies that don't even allow refunds. And I do also want to say, when I ordered these, I was supposed to get these like 4 or 5 days ago, and then the date just kept getting pushed back and pushed back. I don't know why that happened, but it was weird. And then I also hate the fact that it says obsessively track your order. Like, that is cringe. But anyway, let's open this up. Ooh, that's actually really pretty packaging. Oh, that's really nice. The paper is kind of quilted. This part is shiny and shimmery and metallic. So far, this actually does look and feel very luxurious. So here we have Independent, Gossip, and Sophia. Then we have Ambition, Control Freak, and Decaf. And let's go ahead and start with Control Freak. I like the fact that the shade is right there. And this does have a barcode, and it says who the representative is for the UK. So I'm not sure what that means, but there you go. Ooh, that's really pretty. We instantly see like a nice prism looking thing. Oh, okay, not gonna lie. This does look pretty good. I think maybe it's metal or something, but it's got a nice weight to it. It's a little bit heavy. It feels sturdy, like I could probably drop this bitch and it would be fine. I really do like that. Like, I kind of thought the packaging was a tiny bit cheesy and looked cheap. And this tube is not luxurious looking or feeling at all, but it does look better than I thought it would. I think this would have looked way more expensive if this were like solid, kind of like how the Yves Saint Laurent ones are. But for the moment we've all been waiting for, ooh, they smell good. Oh. That smells really nice. I thought it smelled really good, but after a second, it almost smells kind of expired. You know how they get like a musty smell? It's not bad, but it's like old vanilla pudding. But here we have this, and she is perfectly normal. I mean, that is a shade that I would honestly wear like every fucking day. There is a little bit of shit around the rim there, but that's to be expected with almost any lipstick. Oh. You know, now that I look closer, I do see a little hole and kind of like a smudge. I mean, nothing terrible, but still, she ain't that clean looking. Let me see if you'll be able to even see it. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to, but honestly, I've had way worse looking lipsticks that were way more expensive than this. But still, it does look like somebody touched it or something. Very interesting. Let's move on. Next up, we'll do Ambition. This is just so sad to me because this truly could have been absolutely wonderful. These feel good quality and everything, and so it's just kind of a big ass shame. Anyways, here we have Ambition, which this looks normal too. It's really pretty. I mean, there are a few little dents and scratches on it, but really nothing that bad. For some reason though, this one doesn't have that much of a smell. Just a slight kind of like waxy or rancid smell. Here we have Independent. Oh! We have some fuzz. Oh, come on, focus, you bitch. I don't know if you'll be able to see the little bit of fuzz, maybe if I go even closer. Shit, I don't think you're gonna be able to. Let me quick take a picture with my phone and I'll put it right here up on the screen. Honestly, if it weren't for all the drama surrounding the fuzz, I probably wouldn't have noticed it. Actually, I'm gonna bust out the big guy because you can't really see it with the phone. Otherwise, though, I mean, it's pretty. There is like some black specks on it of like dust. I don't think you can even see that, but it's there, so It's pretty, but it's dirty. Sounds like me. Just gonna keep my camera handy in case we see something else. Next up, we have a Sophia. And here we go. There is some bubbling and some like blackness on the tip, almost like miniature air bubbles. And so I'm not really sure what that is. Let me go ahead and take a picture. I'll put it right up there. And I also want to say that it is kind of coming out of its base. I don't know if you can see that, but I feel like if I went ahead and did that, this would come right out. Oh God. Okay, let me wait and shake it a little bit more after we take the picture. I'm really not even sure if the tiny bubbles will even show up. And really, not that anybody would ever do this to their lipsticks, but let's go ahead and just give it a shake. Oh God, it is. It's coming out. Oh God, let me push it back in. Oh, okay. I mean, it is warm in here, but only like maybe 75. And so there's no reason this should be coming out like that. What the fuck? Hey, you just go back in there, girl. Wow. Ooh, pretty color though. Okay, next up we have decaf. And here we go. Ooh, that smells so good. Ooh, what is that? Oh, what is that? At first, it smells really good, but then it just smells like rancid oil. Like if you've ever had really old makeup that's just plain ass gone bad, that's what this smells like. But there's also like a really weird dent in the center, or like weird pooling or something. I'm not sure if you can see that, but what is that right there in the middle? That's kind of nasty. The fuck is my camera? Okay. But like, I'm not crazy. You can see that, right? And I don't really understand why it's like that, because lipstick molds point down. And so I don't know if there was like something in the lipstick mold, but again, we have a really dirty, whatever that part is. It just looks like it was very shittily put in. Usually the way lipstick molds work is you pour it and then you put this piece on top of it once it's dried, but it looks like it was very, very sloppily put on. But at least it's not furry. Then, last but certainly not least, we have Gossip, and here we go. Oh, there's the fuzz. Oh, this is, oh, that's nasty. Okay, so this one, it's like matte on the bottom and then it's shiny. And then you have like full-on Grinch ass right there. Like that shit has some hair on it. What the fuck? Do you see the little fuzzies? You might not. I might have to pull out the camera again. But there's like fuzzies all along the rim of it. Oh, I don't know about this. This is... Hold on, let me pull out the camera. And there's also like plastic or something right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's there. I thought people were being dramatic about these lipsticks, but honestly, that's kind of nasty. The fuck are those fuzzies? Do I have tweezers? I've got my tweezers. Okay. Wait, didn't I say I was gonna have a mask for this? Maybe I should wear a mask? Is that dramatic? Yes. Okay, here we go. Alright. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. So there's a little teeny tiny baby fuzzy. Come on. Hello? Hello? Focus. Do you see the little baby fuzzy? Just a teeny tiny one. Try to grab another one. Kind of expecting to grab one and then it'd be like a foot long. There's another one. Okay, my camera won't focus, but let me grab this third and final one. Ugh, that's not pretty. Okay, isn't that sexy? That is delicious. You know what I find weird is that only 0.5% of these were fucked up, yet almost all of mine were fucked up. Does that make sense? I think not. I just can't get over the rancid smell that they have. Like, even if they didn't have fuzz in them, just based off of the way they smell alone, I wouldn't put these on my lips. And I did say I wanted to try and find you dupes for these, and no, they're not exact, but they are pretty close, at least in person. They might transfer a little differently on camera. Hold on just a second, I don't need this on anymore. Oh my god. Okay, so the dupe that I found for decaf is Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow. I mean, in person, they look almost exactly alike. And this one is one of my favorites. Oh my god, this stinks. Oh, I gotta close it up. But that's what those look like next to each other. Not the exact same, but pretty damn close. Then as a dupe for Sophia, I found Fenty's Uncuffed. Again, not the exact same. This one is a little bit more dusty, but I remember it dries down deeper, so it might match this a little bit better once it's applied. Then for Gossip, I have Jeffree Star's Top Shelf. Ooh, which on camera, this one looks a lot lot deeper than it looks in person. Like in person, they look almost the exact same. That's really fucking weird. Then for independent, I have Dose of Colors Slow Jams. That is almost an exact dupe. And this lipstick is the shit. I love it so much. For ambition, I have Jeffree's Dominatrix, which this does look quite a bit lighter in the tube, but if I remember correctly, this does dry down a little bit deeper like the other one. Not bad. Oh my god, the fan is like blowing the stench of this shit in my face. Should probably still be wearing a mask. Then finally for Control Freak, I have this L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 70% something. 70% yum, and in the tube it doesn't look like they're a match, but in person, they are very, very close. Fuck, I can't find my lid, although it would probably get cleaner if it didn't have a lid. Well, I noticed that we were lucky enough to not have any little bumpies like I've seen in pictures online, but I'm not sure if maybe those bumpies appeared after they used them. No way in fucking hell I'm applying these to my lips, so I think I'm gonna smush them on this. This is just a plastic lid. I just washed it, squirted it with some alcohol, and we are good to go. And since I can't find the lid for Control Freak, let's go ahead and just use that one. Oh god, this is so sad because it really is pretty. Like, I would love that shade. But let's go ahead and... Ooh. Okay, so first thing I noticed was that it comes off in weird crumbles. Just for shits, let me go ahead and try that with a different lipstick because maybe that's normal. I'm gonna try it with this ColourPop one. This is in the shade 27. And obviously this is on a different thing. No, that does not come off in crumbles at all. It's very, very, very smooth. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit bold and I'm gonna try this on my hand. Oh. That is not correct. Like, before this melts on my skin, you can kind of see the little bumpies right there that have just broken off. Sorry for my ape arm, it is what it is, but back to the little bumpies. Ew. Just keep putting it right there to see if any other chunks come out. I really did not want to even put this on my skin, but it didn't seem to be doing much with the plastic. Let me go back to the plastic. Even over something smooth, it's like all rigid inside, like there was a bunch of air pockets or something. Like, do you see that? Something going over a smooth thing should not look like that. Like, the lipstick itself should be smooth. Or am I wrong? No, like there's still little chunkies breaking off into there. Do you see all that over there? That's nasty. Beautiful color though, but fuck. Now I'm kind of really curious and I want to try it with other ones. Just for shits, I want to try it with Gossip. This is the one that's like half matte and half satin. And... God, that color is so pretty. Oh my god, this is like all melted. Like, it's warm in here, but it's well under 80 degrees. But literally, just from gently pressing that, it is smushed the fuck up. Oh, but god, that color is so gorgeous. This one, though, doesn't seem to have any little balls in it. Oh, fuck, I almost set that down on my pants. Let's go ahead and see this on the back of my hand. Oh, yeah, that is not right. Like, lipsticks should not be that soft as a bullet. It's so soft, it's almost like a jelly. Oh, look, there's that little piece of fuzz there that's sticking up. That's sexual, isn't it? What the fuck is that? Okay, so when I rubbed it a little bit more, there's like shit coming out of it. Is that hair? Doesn't that look like a piece of hair? The fuck are my tweezers? We're gonna dig this out. Oh god, it just keeps like going further and further in. That was fuzz or hair, I'm not quite sure which. Although truthfully, it could have been hair from my hand, so I don't know. Although I do only have like 5 little hairs there, so I don't know how that one could just randomly happen to come up, but you never know. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to this other board. I don't even care to spray it down with alcohol because at this point, who gives a shit? And here we have Independent. Oh, ew, 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 ew. It's doing that little chunky thing where it's breaking off. That is so fucking soft. Beautiful color, but it should not be that soft. Like, it's actually cracking just from me gently putting it on. Do you see right there in that lower corner? Oh, but she is pretty. I really wish these were good because, let's just swatch all of these like this, I guess. This is Ambition. That one actually seems to be pretty okay so far. It does have the little crumblies, but not as bad as the others. Yeah, that's pretty, but there we have that one. Once again, really fucking soft. And you know how I am about soft things. I would much rather have something hard any day. Here is Decaf. I mean, this one seems fine. It might be the most normal out of all of them. But look how much I used off of that just from that little bit. Holy hell. Then last up we have Sophia. I think this is the last one, isn't it? Oh yes, this is the one that like fell out of the tube. Let's put that right in the middle here. Okay, so there she is right there. She's got the few little chunkies. That is... Ooh. Okay, so here we have all 6 of them. They're so pretty, but so boring. But God, the more I look at this, the more disturbed I am. I was gonna take this to my mom's to look under her microscope, but the more that I was thinking about it, the less it made sense to me. I don't even know what we'd be looking at. Like, I literally know nothing about this shit. And so I'm just gonna say no to that. Please let me know down in the comments below if you'd like me to do that. Like, I could totally make a separate video and look at this versus other lipsticks under a microscope. Maybe that would help. But I did have a theory because apparently some of these lipsticks are moldy, or at least people think they're moldy. I'm not quite sure. But if they are, I kind of have a theory as to why they might be moldy. I have no idea if this is at all correct. Maybe other people have said something similar to this. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Don't fucking know. But I do know that my lipsticks, they are rancid. They clearly smell rancid. I know what rancid oil smells like. I use oils in my highlighters, and when they go rancid, you know they're fucking rancid. They stink, and this stinks. It just has like a really pungent kind of bitter smell to it, and it is slightly masked by the vanilla fragrance it has, but lipstick is not supposed to smell like that. And so, my theory is that these are either really fucking old and just went rancid naturally, although this does have castor oil in it, which does go rancid pretty easily. I mean, mango butter, I've never really worked with that, so I don't know how that is. But there's sunflower oil in here. There's a bunch of different kinds of butters, which are great and everything, but not when they're exposed to heat, or not when they're just sitting on the shelf for a long ass time. And so, like I said, I think these are either really old or they got exposed to heat multiple times. Like, other than when they had to melt and pour them into the molds. I'm talking about like during transit or in a warehouse. Even in comfortable temperatures like what I'm in now, lipsticks can go bad a lot quicker than they would in like a cool place. That's why I love the idea of having like a fridge in my makeup room to just store all my shit in. But if this did indeed go from like warm to cool and kind of melt back and forth, I kind of wonder if maybe there was some condensation during that process and maybe water particles formed, and that's where the bacteria was let in. Maybe that's how there's mold in here. I don't know. I mean, mine didn't have any mold or anything, but they are definitely not right. Like, here I have a brand new Covergirl cream lipstick. It's never even been opened. Let me see what it smells like. Ugh. See? It's like perfectly smooth. It's beautifully placed inside the little tube, and there's no smell at all. Just for shits, let me take the other side of this and just rub it on there a little and see if it does that pilly thing. No pill at all, but this is super duper soft, kind of like Jaclyn's is. I mean, not as soft, but it is still soft. But this is perfectly smooth. Like, there's none of those little pillies in there whatsoever. This to me is like how a lipstick should be. I am 1000% sending these back. I'm really curious to see what they say because I think they offer both a refund and a replacement product. If that's the case and I do end up having to send these back and they send out more, I might end up doing another video, and maybe that's when we'll do the microscope. If they don't send me new products and want me to send these back, then I may end up just keeping them or slicing a little bit off. I don't know. But either way, in the future, I kind of do want to look at them under the microscope, but right now I'd rather get my theory out there, and if you guys want a second video on this as a follow-up, I'm more than happy to do that. So let me know down in the comments below. But there we go. I am so sorry for this long ass fucking video. Holy shit. Like always, I'm sending everybody so much love and happiness and positive vibes. I hope you're doing wonderful. Please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplix.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplix.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!